Alright guys, we got one here from Young Tamer. PBD. Let's go, let's get into it.
We hear Newsom, but probably the most qualified person in this podcast right now to speak on Newsom is Adam Carolla. This is you sitting with him. If I'm not mistaken, this is 12 years ago.
Yes.
10 or 12 years ago when you guys are sitting down. He's in your set. He's in your podcast. Rob, if you want to play this clip, this 1 minute exchange between the two will give you some context, and then I want to hear from you. If Newsom's changed at all, has he won you over? Do you want to endorse him? Do you want to get behind him? Go ahead, Rob.
Of African Americans in the state of California, roughly half of Latino families have no access to a checking account or an ATM. Things we take for granted. They don't have a checking account.
What's wrong with them?
And well, because they don't have the resources to sock those things away.
Well, why do we have them?
A lot of different reasons.
Why those two groups don't have access?
Well, a lot of it just happens to be that we can
So
talk
they're
about.
flawed?
No, they're hardly flawed, but they're struggling.
Genetically
Folks are making
flawed.
their word. Hardly, not absolutely.
But okay,
not.
do
Absolutely not.
Asians have this problem?
I mean, a lot of communities have. A lot of whites have these problems.
Oh,
but
so
I just,
that's not just black and Hispanic.
No, but
But
I'm
why did you
giving
bring up black and Hispanic?
because the magnitude is ominous.
But why so many of them?
It just happens to be the
That's
magnitude.
the way God planned it?
Not at all.
Well,
It's
what
just-
happened to them?
There are a lot of issues, and that the communities are struggling. A lot
Why
of
are
new
they
immigrants.
struggling?
A lot of different reasons. The only reason why is the magnitude of
There's
the
so
problem.
many more.
The magnitude in percentage
But there's no way to
terms
figure out how that happened.
we could talk about it. You know what I'm dealing with? I don't want to have a sociological debate. I
Sure,
wanna
why
deal
would
with
you? You'd have, no,
here's why.
Why would you want to do that? Because the person from the Times wouldn't write good things about you if
God,
you did that.
No, that's not the case because I
You
want
don't
to deal
wanna
with
get into
reality.
that.
No,
You want to deal with reality.
I want to
can
deal
tell
with
you
the
what
reality of people
is.
that are struggling. People are suffering. I want to deal with the problems in
Why
a
are
pragmatic
they
way.
struggling
I
and
don't want an
suffering?
idea. We can hold hands and surmise about all these
Pause
other
it.
things.
I don't want to.
What did he say right after this interview was done? What did he tell you?
He's Teflon. He doesn't care. He's a sociopath. So he doesn't, it's like, did you feel bad after you killed your wife and her family? Like, no, I'm a sociopath. You know what I mean? I had wings.
How could I do this?
Yeah, he's a sociopath. He does not. You have to be a sociopath to answer questions that way because I asked him 17 different times what is going on with these groups that they don't have access to checking accounts, which, by the way, is BS. I mean, the notion that half the black and Hispanics, California is half Hispanic. Do you know how many people wouldn't have access to a checking account if half of them? So he gets out of the gate with BS. Like, he just lies. I mean, you really think in modern times, half of the people in California don't have access to a checking account. And then when I try to get him to answer the question, he won't answer the question. By the way, this is not what you want in a leader. If I came, because he presented a problem. So if I came in to your home and I said, you got a big termite problem in this house, and then you went, how do we eradicate it? And I go, it just is. You know, and then you go, I know, but I want to fix it. How do we fix this problem? That's just the way it is. And then you go, but how do we get the termites out of the house? I go, a lot of houses have termites. And you keep asking the person, they won't provide an answer. It's his job to fix this stuff. Okay, you're in charge of California, and half the black and Hispanics don't have access to checking accounts. What's your plan? His answer, nothing. He just wanted to argue.
By the way, do you have the other clip? Because there's another clip with you on Newsom, if I'm not mistaken, right? There's the other one where, no, not that one. There's no.
There's one where I confronted him.
There's one that he confronted him that he sent it to you.
Yeah, that was a weird story.
I slacked it, Robbie.
Right here.
Right there.
Not that one.
No,
the
not
other
that
one,
one.
Rob.
That-
You
You
just
just
had it.
had it.
That I can.
Right there,
yeah,
Rob.
there was
Rob,
that one.
Right,
Go back.
Rob, the one right before, right there.
Right
Go
there,
for
that
it.
one, yeah.
There you go.
Adam Carolla here. Governor, why did you shut the beaches in California during COVID?
Yeah, I think we all were working on information at the time. We had no basis of deeply understanding the virus. I think they
So
did
you
the same
didn't know
thing. I know they
anything,
did the
so
same
why'd you
thing in
shut the
states
beaches?
like Florida.
If you didn't know anything, why'd you shut the beaches?
Well, we didn't know. Yeah, because people were concerned early in the pandemic information was coming out as it relates to how it was transferred, the disease, and people were cautious, trying to keep people alive. And I should say this,
So
Adam,
you didn't
should
let
know
him
this
go
on
in the
health, wealth, and
sunshine and get
education.
vitamin
California
D and
outperformed.
exercise, so you shut the beaches. Okay. And you arrested a guy who was paddleboarding
So
in the
on
bay.
health, wealth, and
Yeah, any
It's always
science
good to see
behind that?
Adam, and
Any science
we're
at
all
all behind
geniuses in
shutting outdoor
hindsight.
dining? Why'd you
We're all
shut
the-
down outdoor dining?
Look at him, dude. Ugh.
Go ahead, go. Science?
good to see Adam.
Based on
So,
science
look,
you
at the
didn't
end of
have?
the day, the debate tonight.
It's not a debate. You shut
I'm
down
looking
outdoor
forward to the
dining.
debate
You canceled
compare and
businesses.
contrast
Had nothing to
tonight.
do with science.
Ugh.
All right, let him finish. People,
Go ahead.
all right, go ahead.
All this happened in the
So, yeah, I wasn't. He didn't know I was going to be there.
Oh, you're kidding. Who was the host?
That's why. Chris Cuomo. So Newsom, trust me, would have never spoke to me. No way would he have done that. What happened was
How
is,
did Cuomo set that up? Without
So-
telling Newsom?
so here's what Cuomo did. Cuomo was doing his debate night coverage in New York, and I was in New York or something. He invited me and Stephen A. to sit down with him. And we were doing the whole debate night coverage thing. I didn't know anything. And then we went to a commercial after like an hour. And then he's like, oh, when we come back from commercial, Gavin Newsom's going to be joining us, via remote. And me and Stephen A. were just sitting there like next to him, like we're doing now. And I was like, all right, well, talk to him. And then right before we come back from commercial, he goes, and you guys ask him a question too.
Oh, beautiful.
And I was just sitting there going, Gavin Newsom, I'm going to ask him a question.
Wow.
And so everyone else asked him a debate question, but I went in on COVID.
Great.
And I just had 10 seconds. And he didn't know he was going to talk to me. That's why he said, good to see you again.
So let me ask you, with everything that's going on in California, and you've had this guy for how long have you been living in California?
I was born there.
Okay, so your entire life you've been in California.
Yep.
And have you ever been tempted to leave the state?
No. California was the place where everyone else came to you. I lived in L.A. There was no reason to even dream of going. And by the way, when you're from L.A. and you're young, like places like, Kentucky or Idaho, you don't even know where those are. You think you got to ride a horse in those towns, chew tobacco and stuff. Like I was just like, everyone comes here. And that's the way it was, by the way. Every person came there. And then, later on when you get into comedy, you start doing improv and you have troops and hang with comedians and stuff. Every single one of them's from somewhere else. They all come here. That's why you can't get a good sports bar, a good like Rams sports bar. They're like 3 Steelers sports bars in LA, and there's no Rams sports bar because everyone is from somewhere else. And they all come here and they root for their team, But no, you would never dream of leaving LA in the past or California.
How much have things gotten better or worse while Newsom's been your governor? Have you seen at least something getting better?
I can't think of anything. I'm trying not to use too much hyperbole here. The stuff you see is homelessness. And the other thing that's you see in California, which is sort of counterintuitive, is garbage. Lots of garbage, lots of graffiti, lots of filth, just filth. And it's weird because California, Golden State, and all that kind of stuff, beaches and sunshine and everything. The major cities are dirty, really dirty. It's homeless and just garbage and graffiti and sort of blight and filth everywhere, which is weird and depressing. And of course, gas is $5.50 a gallon with the worst roads in the country.
You have no desire to run for governor.
No.
Zero.
No.
Is it 1%, 5%, 10%?
It comes up from time to time.
But you have no desire, no interest.
I don't.
Because you're young.
I don't think about it. It's weird. I also come from poor people stock, and the poor people stock is sort of like, come on, you can't be the governor. Come on.
But you know
poor.
why I think you would be interesting? Because I'm watching, and listen, if he doesn't like you, and you've gone toe to toe with him, the part with you that's interesting, Adam, is you were Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Didn't you have a show? Was it you and Jimmy? You and Jimmy Kimmel had a show together, right, back in the days.
Yeah.
So essentially, you came from that world. So Was this what the show was, Rob? Can you zoom in a
The
little?
Man
The
Show,
Man Show, right?
course.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you guys came from there. So
You taught me everything I know, Adam Carolla.
Thank you, Bad Adam.
You're welcome,
So-
great Adam. Governor of California.
It's
Adam
no
Carolla,
car
Governor.
Adam and cool car Adam.
Yes.
so there's a clip.
Uber Adam will call
That's
you.
right, baby.
They will call me
Do it.
Super
I'll pick you
Adam.
up around 8.
Alright guys, go follow.
Edutainment.